What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're just going to cover a short video covering the seasonal event, the Midsummer Fire Festival. There are some very powerful buffs that you can get from this event that are going to be extremely crucial to your raiding, to optimizing your speedruns, and your parses. Now, the first thing you want to know for this is that the event runs from June 21st to July 5th. This means all of the best guilds out there will be raid logging with these buffs in order to preserve them for their next Darkmoon Fair run, either speed runs or parse runs. So look into getting those, and you can get them pretty easily right now as long as you want, and I'll go over how and what buffs these are exactly right now. Alright, so to start off, there's 3 initial buffs that you can get from this festival. And the 3 buffs you get are 30 fire resistance, 3 spell and normal crit, so 3 critical to everyone. Everyone gets 3 crit. And you can get 30 stamina. All of these buffs last for 1 hour, so they're shorter than your 2-hour buffs, but none of them are magic effects, so they shouldn't be dispellable. On top of all of these, there are actually food buffs that I'll go over in a second that are insane as well, but this 3% crit to everybody is such a powerful buff that you're all going to be using it pretty much. So first off, the first buff we're going to get right now is the fire resistance buff, and all you need to do for that is to run up to any of the flames and have another person be clicking this bonfire at the same time as you. As long as 2 or more people are clicking this, then you will instantly get the 30 fire res buff. The next buff is the 30 stamina buff. And this is actually gotten from stealing your opposing faction's main city's flames. So you can run into Stormwind, Darnassus, or Ironforge if you're a Horde, or if you're Alliance, run into Orgrimmar, Undercity, or Thunderbluff, click the flame, and you'll actually get something that'll say like the Flame of Orgrimmar, an item. And then when you turn this in to whichever major city that you decide to turn it into, every single person in the city will get this 30 stamina buff. So this buff goes out pretty much like a Oni buff or any of the other world buffs. That is, everyone in the city will get it as long as one person turns this quest in. Also, if you just in your guild want to coordinate one person turning one in one day and then the other day, you can get as many as you want for the most part. The next one, and the big one, is the 3% crit chance for everyone. Casters, melee, healers, everybody is going to want this. And you get this by going to the major city's flame. You see this, the Flame of Orgrimmar, and you throw in it the Fire Blossoms, which are the rewards for some of the quests. So if you get any of the Fire Blossoms, be aware that they have a 14-day duration, which I believe is in-game playtime still. So it is a decently long duration. So if you get these Fire Blossoms, you can use them to throw them into the flames here, and you'll instantly get yourself a 3% crit buff. If you throw 3 of them in at one time, so just 3 in a row, every single person around the bonfire will get the crit buff. So that's just pretty much an easy way for you to get your entire raid crit buffed. The next thing, after you have these 3 initial buffs, is the food buffs. And those are the rewards from going around the world and clicking on the bonfires that are literally around the world everywhere. And so some of these are easier to get than others. Some of them are in high-level dungeons. So the first one that I'm just showing you guys is the one to go to Ashenvale, Barrens, Darkshore, Stone Talon Mountains, and that's all you have to do is you have to go to these places, find the flame, and in the description I will link the wowhead article that has pretty much an exact map to every single one of these, so you can just run around the world in one day and collect all of these, do the quests, turn them in whenever you want, and then you get these insane food buffs. The elderberry pie, the fire toasted bun, toasted smork, and midsummer sausage. The elderberry pie gives you 13 defense for 1 hour, which is actually pretty weak, but even as a tank, you'll probably go for this one, the fire toasted bun. It gives you 2% hit for 1 hour. So warriors are going to love this buff. They can now itemize towards more DPS gear, which is something that I mentioned in the Onslaught review about someone like Salvdali yesterday. So if you missed that, I did break down how Onslaught did their world record run, but warriors love extra hit on buffs because it allows them to itemize better, especially warrior tanks as well, because you will just heroic strike Q. Rogues love hit. It is your favorite stat for the most part, and hunters are going to love this as well. Casters get the Midsummer Sausage, which gives you 23 spell power for 1 hour, and then healers get 44 healing, plus 44 spell healing for 1 hour, which again is another incredible buff. The interesting thing here is that they do again have the 14-day duration. So what you're going to want to do ideally is turn in your quests towards the end of the event, because then you can save these for as long as possible and use as many as you need in your speed runs. But you're going to get these things for 1 hour. These are incredible buffs that last for an entire hour, which is going to be more than the duration of your entire speed run. Or if you're Onslaught, you can use one of these and then actually go clear both BWL and Molten Core. It does leave you kind of having to raid log for a bit if you want to fully utilize using these in AQ as well. But every major guild is going to utilize these buffs because 2% hit and 3% crit just for doing pretty much nothing are two great buff slots. 30 stamina, another great buff slot. You did see a lot of speedruns where people will use Elixir of Fortitude just for the extra health, and this is giving them even more than that. And the 30 spell resistance or fire resistance is really useful for healers and casters for things like Firemaw and Veil to reduce knockback as well. And your tanks can hit their fire res cap for Firemaw without itemizing too much other gear. And that's it, guys. That is your Raiders quick guide to the Fire Festival and what you need to know about it and why you need to start doing these quests now, as well as start getting these buffs as often as possible, even for your normal runs right now. The initial buffs are repeatable, so you can get them as many times as you want. They're just easy buffs you can get for all of your runs right now. Thank you guys for watching. As always, my name is Sarth, and if you like this sort of content where I'm covering the current events that are happening right now and how they're useful for you as a raider or min-maxer, then just leave a comment, make sure to like and subscribe, and as well, come by and swing by my Twitch anytime. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, twitch.tv/Sarth. Alright guys, this video was going to be the improved exposed armor video for rogues, but I will have that up this week. I just wanted to make sure that I had this covered for everybody, so I'll catch you guys on the next one.